What's going on, guys? Chad here with Greenlight Shooting. I just loaded up the truck. We are headed to Montana for a week. A new company just sent out a product to me. They wanted me to test it out and review it, and it's a really portable kind of EDC style product, so I thought it'd be great to take on the road and talk about it as we travel. So let's dive into it. Halfway to Montana. It's already freezing. It started at like 70 degrees in Utah. I've been on the road for 3 hours. It's already 40 degrees here, and it's supposed to be snowing when I get to Montana, so that's excellent. Anyways, if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know that I have rocked one of these med kits in my truck for a long time. This is made by WH Tactical. The thing is with this is it's still fairly bulky. If you're not carrying a bag with you or something like that, it's still pretty unrealistic to carry this around with you. Now, these guys, I believe, from my understanding, I think it's the same guys, they just rebranded into a company called Live the Creed. And this is their new product. So this is their EDC Pocket Trauma Kit. And you can see, it's just a nice little compact med kit for people on the go. So here's kind of the philosophy behind it for me. I carry a gun every day, and I assume if you're watching this channel, most of you probably do as well. And if you're like me, you hope you never have to use that gun in public. You hope you never have to draw that gun in public. That's what I hope. But I don't want to be in a situation where I wish I had my gun and I didn't have it on me. You know what I mean? That being said, why wouldn't you have a med kit with you every day, in the situation that, again, you hope you never have to use, but in the one time when you have to use it, it's too big to carry with you every day or whatever. Like that big one, it's in the truck and I took the other car today or something. So I think the philosophy behind this is to just give you the bare essentials that could absolutely save a life, that's small enough, portable enough for you to carry every single day, and just kind of be part of your EDC kit. Made it to the hotel, and so with all that being said, I also think, statistically speaking, you're going to find yourself in more situations where a med kit is going to come in handy on a daily basis than your firearm. Once again, you hope you never have to draw your firearm, but having something like this, even if it's just to use, like the Band-Aids and simple kind of everyday stuff, it is really nice to have, and I can certainly see myself using this on more occasions than one, especially now that I'm a parent. You've got a toddler running around skinning their knee or something like that. You've always got a Band-Aid on you. I think that's pretty cool. And then obviously, up to the critical situations. So honestly, I think that if you're going to be someone who takes on the responsibility of carrying a gun with you every day and preparing for those sorts of situations, you should also prepare for the aftermath of those situations. So that is, for the longest time, that's why I've had this thing with me, and I'm still going to have this thing with me. Don't get me wrong, but this lives in my truck, and then it lives in my range bag when we go shooting. It's just, and it's too big to carry every day, even to throw in a backpack or something, just as like an everyday backpack or something like that. It just takes up too much real estate, and to be completely frank with you, it's a little bit intimidating. The stuff that is in here, I did a how to treat a gunshot wound video, by the way, a little bit ago, where I talked about this, and it's a fantastic kit. I had an EMT go over everything with me about exactly what's in here and how they would use it, but they're trained. If I was in a high stress situation and I had to get one of these things out and also remember how to use it, I think I might blank a little bit more than I would like to admit. In contrast to this little guy that only comes with like 3 main things that you need to remember how to use. So first up, we've got just your standard micro first aid kit. As I mentioned, you've got Band-Aids, you've got alcohol swabs, things for daily boo-boos, which I think that'll come in handy quite a bit. And then you've got things for like a SWAT tourniquet here. Again, once you're trained on how to use a tourniquet, that's something that kind of sticks with you. And then we've got a Celox Rapid Ribbon to control bleeding, obviously in firefights and things like that. That's a very important thing. And then just gloves, for obvious reasons. But that's all that's in here, and I think that's really nice for an everyday kit. Honestly, I might pack this thing up with some more Band-Aids. There's only, I don't know, 5 or something in there. The other thing that I really like about it is there's 2 pouches. You don't have to, like, when you open this thing up, again, it's a little intimidating because there's so many pouches, there's so many things to sift through and know what you're looking for. There's really only 2 sections that are gonna hold anything in this. So once again, very rapid to deploy. So let's talk a little bit about the features of the pouch itself. This is made sort of a canvas material. This is a different material, kind of a softer, I don't know what material that would be, but we've got some laser cut moly stitching on the back. Obviously, if you want to mount this thing to a bag or something like that, you can. And then just got some Velcro for this strap. I like this loop. Makes it obviously very, very easy and quick to open, but also it's one-handed if you need it to be. It's got a little hole built into the body right here, so you can, carabiner this or whatever and just attach it somewhere just like that. And honestly, I mean, that's all there is to the thing. As I mentioned, on the inside, you've got 2 elastic bands here to hold these in place. You could obviously probably stuff some other stuff in here, but just having those 3 things, those, I guess, 4 main things I mentioned, are really kind of a great everyday kit. So let's talk about the size. As I mentioned, they're marketing this as an everyday pocket trauma kit. It strikes me as still a little bit large for something like a pocket trauma kit. It's probably just the size of like an old school bifold, real thick wallet, kind of the George Costanza style wallet, you know what I'm talking about. And it's certainly, you can put it in your back pocket. I tried it for a day. It's uncomfortable, but you can do it. You can throw it in your front pocket, but you get quite the bulge. I do think if you're wearing a more tactical style pants, kind of, cargo pants or something like that, you've got those big cargo pockets down closer to your knee and stuff like that. That's where I would be carrying this thing 99% of the time. If it's cold enough to be wearing a jacket pocket or something like that would be fantastic for this. But as far as just carrying it in my pants pockets, a jean pocket or something like that, it's a little bit bulky for me. That being said, I do think it's small enough to fit in an everyday carry for me, because most times I do have a backpack on me or just some sort of bag in general, maybe even a hoodie pouch, I don't know. But this is a small enough size that I could foresee myself carrying this with me every day, just maybe not necessarily in my pants pockets, as I mentioned, unless they were those cargo pants pockets. But yeah, once you figure out your preference on where and how you want to carry this, again, I think it's a fantastic idea. I think it is something you should definitely consider if you're gonna take on the responsibility of, once again, carrying a gun. I think this is a great thing to have with you at all times, both as an everyday person and as a, aftermath to a firefight or something like that. I think that it is, yeah, it's just a responsible decision. Now this pocket trauma kit by Live the Creed is coming in at 75 bucks. I don't know. That seems a little bit pricey to me, I guess. Not bad once you really kind of consider everything that's going into it. It is good quality materials and stuff like that. It's canvas, like I said. It doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. So I don't know. Once you factor all that in, I think it's a fair price. You can also get 10% off one of these for the next 7 days. So for 1 week from the time that this video is posted, you can get 10% off this with the coupon code. That coupon code is down in the video description below. So if you're interested, make sure to check that out. I think it's a worthy investment. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Thanks for bearing with the sort of travel hotel review, but I thought it was kind of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If so, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And that's all I've got for you guys today. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Greenlight Shooting.